Mamas, welcome to today's Daily Rev. Today's Daily Rev comes from Socrates. So he was a Greek philosopher, and Socrates said to his students that he could not teach anybody anything. All he could do was tell them how to think. Now, this is a very deep quote, but I can't find the word for it right now. But what I'm trying to say is this is an important thing to grasp, because if you are looking for somebody to save you, or a little bit of information to just get you over, or a new protocol that's going to make things easier, you're going to be very disappointed. Because anytime you look exteriorly to fix a problem that is internal, that is inside of you, then you'll always be looking in the wrong direction. Let me just give you a little bit of a visual of what I mean by this. I'll share my screen. Here we are. So most people, when they try to change their body shape, get healthier, they have vision out here and they look for motivation. They might look for a plan. They're smart. They'll know they need to be educated. So look for education. Right? They'll look for all these things, but ultimately what ends up holding them back has got nothing to do with the quality of the stuff out here. It's got to do with what's in there. And because this focus is so intent on this out here, and as the need is to have something out there save them, they never actually get this all boxed up and thrown away and then replaced. Okay, so what ends up happening is you reach a point where you are getting dragged up the mountain by the plan, the motivation, whatever the case may be. But as soon as you're up here, you slide down like Homer Simpson does when he tries to climb the Matterhorn. If you haven't watched The Simpsons in that episode, then you probably didn't get what that means. But essentially, you will not have developed the tools, strategies, all the skills to actually be up here and stay up here. So let's teach you how to think today. What you'll need to understand is that anything that you build, so what we build in the first 30 days, anything you build is going to require maintenance. You build a house, you need to maintain it. You have a factory build your car, and then you buy that car. You need to service that car. You need to maintain that car. And the kind of thinking that goes behind that is, well, I need to save for a rainy day, and I need to do regular things and checkups on that plan to keep it functioning well. And when it's not working, then I need to change it. Okay, same goes with your foundations. So this is how I need you to think. In any journey, you're going to need to build. You're going to need to build something new, because whatever you have, whether it's no routine at the moment or you've got a routine that's not working, whatever you have is missing something. So going back to scratch and building something fresh allows you to wipe away everything that's not working, all the confusing, conflicting information, and start new. And then it's at this point here where you need to test, and you go into a testing phase. And in that testing phase, what you're actually wanting to see is the holes in the plan, the cracks, so to speak, so that you can patch them up before they become gaping holes. You see, this is where a lot of plans will fail, is where you ignore the data and you ignore the facts and you keep running with it until the little crack that appears turns into a massive gaping hole. To give you an example, you may be on a plan, highly motivated, eating really healthy, then all of a sudden an event comes up and you eat something. You eat something that's off the plan. But then you ignore the fact that that week you didn't actually eat towards your goals. You ate away from the goals. Regardless of whether you ate towards or ate away from is irrelevant. What's relevant is that actually acknowledging and making the link in your head that, oh yeah, I did have that food there, and whilst I enjoyed it, it didn't take me closer to my goals. So I'm going to just be happy with the fact that I enjoyed it, and then I'm going to move closer to my goals tomorrow or next week. When you ignore that, big gaping holes open up in the plan, and you fall through them because they're big gaping holes, they're big gaping earthquakes, right? Because you haven't actually tested and improved, right? You haven't gone through this cycle. So this is where you get stuck. You get stuck over here, right? You're going one way to the other, one way to the other, because you're constantly starting from scratch and testing only to fail and then going back. This is the missing link. Okay, this is where you optimize. Because what that allows you to do is it allows you to ask yourself, where am I going wrong? And again, using the path, you'll be able to look back on each pillar and you'll be able to navigate your way through the questions of, all right, well, right now on the surface, it looks as though I'm not getting my exercise in. But what's the real problem? Is it maybe I'm not fueling my body enough, so I feel like crap and I don't feel like training? Or am I not prioritizing my sleep and not getting into a state of repair, so each day I get worse and worse throughout the week? I only get to Friday and need a massive sleep in on Saturday and Sunday to catch up, which you don't really actually catch up, do you? Or is it because you're procrastinating at night, you're eating crap at night, you're not moving as well, and all of it's culminated in the fact that you're not clear on your vision? Okay, so you can use that pathway to problem solve. But unless you go through this whole process of understanding that you're here to build something, you're here to build new habits, you're here to test those habits and routines, and then you're here to optimize those routines, then you're never going to actually find that point where you perpetually get better over time. Because at the end of the day, there is no stopping. There is no end game, end result. It's falling in love with the process so that you can keep the result and actually get better and better as you move along throughout life. So I don't know about you, but I don't want to hit a point when I'm 30 or 40 and have a massive decline in my quality of life because I haven't actually taken care of myself. Okay, and I'll have you consider that your level of leanness is a direct result of you taking care of your health. So with all that said, that's today's Daily Rev, how to think. I can't teach you. I can only teach you how to think or tell you how to think. Discuss below any revelations that you're having, any opinions, comments, questions, post them below. Let's discuss, because it's in discussion that we grow. See you next time.